In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact cold email system that added $42,700 in 90 days. You'll see the email script that got us a 3.2% positive response rate. You'll see how I set up my infrastructure so that my emails actually landed in the inbox. You'll see the follow-up sequence that converted 68% of my positive responses, and the scaling strategy that took me from 0 to 20 new clients for a new high-ticket offer that we launched. I spent the last 90 days testing, optimizing, and documenting this entire process so that you can see what actually works in 2025 and beyond. So let me start by explaining why I even decided to try this experiment in the first place. Now, as you might know, cold email has been around for literally forever, but the landscape is constantly changing. What worked just a year or two ago doesn't work today, and most people are doing it completely wrong. I wanted to see what would happen if I went all in on cold email for 90 days, applying everything that I've learned over the years. The first thing I needed was proper infrastructure. This is the part that most people actually completely overlook, but it's absolutely crucial. Here's why. If you send much more than 50 emails per day from a single email inbox, you land in spam because Google and Outlook will see you as a spammer. So I had two options. Option one is set up a ton of email inboxes with providers like Google Workspace or Outlook, which would cost around $7 per inbox per month and require me to configure all the DNS circuits for the DKIM, DMARC, and SPF manually one by one. Or option number two, use my own tool Mailscale, which automates this entire process and costs a fraction of the price. My choice here was obviously biased because I created this solution a year and a half ago to solve this exact pain point for myself, but you can do this process manually with Google or Outlook as well. Inside of Mailscale, I purchased similar sounding domains to my main domain. I bought domains like trymailscale.com, getmailscale.com, and so on, and then I set up inboxes with them directly inside of the tool. I then exported all of my inboxes and imported them into my email sending platform. Now let's talk about finding the right people to email. With my infrastructure set up, I needed to find people who might actually be interested in what I offer. I personally used Apollo.io to find decision makers at companies that match my ideal customer profile. I was mainly looking for founders and marketing directors at B2B companies with 5 to 50 employees, and I used a service called FindTheLead, which downloaded and exported the leads from Apollo for me. I just had to give them my search URL, and they also verified the emails for me, which was pretty handy. And this only cost like $50 for 10,000 leads or something, so an absolute no-brainer. Now the next step was to write something worth responding to. And this is where a lot of people fail with cold email. They make it all about themselves. We do X, our company specializes in Y, we've helped companies like X achieve result Y. Nobody cares, at least not yet. The new way to do cold email is to offer immediate value instead of asking for their time. So I came up with a few different free offers that I could give prospects to earn their trust before even asking for their valuable time. So in my case, those offers included 50 free inboxes to test out, a personalized cold email script written specifically for their business, a few hundred leads in their specific niche, and so on. These were all things that I could easily deliver without much cost to me, but they provided real value to the prospect. And this is the part that most people skip. My best performing email was actually very simple. Subject line was regarding company name, and the email was hi first name, I notice you're the job title at company name, I'm curious if you're responsible for managing the campaigns. I created a personalized cold email script that you could use to get more clients in the industry space. Mind if I send it over? Simple, right? No long pitch, no talking about me or my company, just a clear value proposition and a simple question. My follow-up sequence looked like this. Email number 1 you already saw was the initial outreach, the template that I just shared. Email number 2 was 3 days later, and just something like just making sure you see this. Email number 3 was 4 days later, different angle on the same offer. And email number 4, 5 days later. I'll stop reaching out for now, I assume this is not a priority. By day 60, I had sent about 6,000 emails and received 140 positive responses. Of those, I had booked around 35 calls and got 10 clients worth over $20,000 of a high-ticket offer that we created. For the final 4 weeks of my experiment, I doubled down on what was working. I quickly realized that the cold email script offer was the best one, so I decided to automate the entire delivery process. I set up an automation using Zapier and AI that would automatically generate a personalized cold email script whenever someone replied positively. And the email then that would be sent would say something like this. Hi John, here's the personalized cold email script as promised. If you'd like to find out how you can send this at scale, I'd love to jump on a quick call, and then there would be my calendar link. But keep in mind, this automation came later. The first step was just finding something that people actually found interesting, even if I had to deliver it manually with a 3-minute Loom video or by doing the work myself. And this is a step that most people skipped, and it's why they don't get any results of any kind of outreach. They try to go straight to the sale without providing value first or proving themselves. About halfway through the experiment, I noticed something concerning. Several of my domains got flagged because people marked my emails as spam, which always happens to some degree. To improve this, I did inbox placement tests using Mailreach to see which domains were flagged, and then I stopped sending emails with those domains so that they could recover. Having visibility into which domains were healthy and which ones were struggling made a huge difference in my results. When I saw a domain's health score dropping, I could immediately pause it and shift to a healthier domain without interrupting my campaigns. By the way, we're actually working on automating this whole domain recovery in Mailscale with a real-time deliverability dashboard so that neither I nor our customers have to do this step manually in the future. By the end of my 90 days, my results were 10,000 emails sent, 324 positive responses, so a 3.24% positive response rate, 80 calls booked, 21 new clients, and $42,700 in new business. So here are a couple of the key insights that made all the difference. Number one, give before you ask. The most successful emails offered something valuable right away without asking for anything in return. Number two, follow-ups are critical. Over 50% of my positive responses came from the follow-up emails, not the initial outreach. Number three, monitor your deliverability. If your emails don't land in the inbox, nothing really matters. Number four, test and iterate constantly. What works in one niche or for one offer might not work for another. Keep testing. The system I've built continues to deliver consistent, automated results. In fact, I can now give this to any team member in our team, and in just about 2 hours per week, they can maintain the system just by adding more leads to it. So that's it. My entire 90-day cold email experiment that generated $42,700 in new business. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.